All right, and then here is Reflector, and this is his area. He has small scale ships. Then we have large scale ships, and we have large scale Agron. Oh wait, it says AAGM. And whatever, I don't know what the bottom part means. Aircraft, maybe ground vehicles. But yeah, let's go take a look at first small scale ships, I guess. What are these, like 1-to-1 scale or 1.5-to-1 scale? I'm not sure. At first, maybe it might actually be like a mixture. But yeah, we have some World War II destroyer, World War II battleships. I don't think he has actually like names for them, but they are massive. Probably like the Iowa class battleship, which actually did see the USS Iowa when I went to Los Angeles. And then over here we have some newer Cold War era. Maybe this is Speranza destroyer, Ticonderoga, and then this LHD, some F-35Bs. Pretty nice. This is the 8. And here's how it looks like in the back. So yeah, he definitely has a lot of ships. And there is even more battleships. So I'm guessing like some of them are switched between like which era it came from. This is probably like the World War II era. And then later on, I guess after modernization, they start to add in this mast right there. And this one has a US flag. So yeah, pretty cool. He has many different versions. And you can just see the evolution of each ship. Must take a lot of research to do this. And even look at the mast. Alright, so after that, we have an Arleigh Burke. And this other ship next to it. I don't know what that one is. And then here's what it looks like at the back. We have a Seahawk right there. And then we have the USS Iwo Jima, named after the Battle of Iwo Jima. For World War II. This one is a Wasp-class amphibious transport ship, or whatever you call it. This one has a lot of F-35s. He just puts F-35s on everything, huh? The next ship, this one has V-22, so I take that back. No, never mind, he has F-35s again. Alright, next ship is 69. This one is the Ike, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Pretty cool ship. Again, F-35s are practically everywhere. The F-A-18 Super Hornets. Yeah, this one's gonna take off soon. And here's all the details on the side. And then, yeah, he also has weathering detail. And the arrestor cables. And then here's what it looks like back of the deck. And that little platform. Now let's go check out the interior. What's actually inside here? There's like a room. Then we have access to the inside hangar bay, which has so many hornets. It's a hornet's nest in here. And here are the elevators that go back up. And got the E2 Hawkeye, and then here's the bridge. It says Ike. I am building my own Nimitz, so it'd be nice to study this a little bit, but I don't know. On mine, like the mass is a bit higher. I don't know why it looks kind of short on this one. It might be like the real thing though. And then next door we have the USS Gerald R. Ford. They're both named after presidents. I wonder if like are all these ships named after presidents? I don't think so. Because I know there's like a Doris Miller ship. It's also a Ford, but yeah, this one is the newer class of aircraft carriers moving forward in the U.S. Navy. Got some Hornets right here. And then you can see a side-by-side comparison between Ford and the Nimitz. You can see they move the island backwards, and it's much smaller. Other than that, though, I guess the elevators, they have a trapezoid shape compared to whatever shape you can call this one. And then the ship over here is like a Zumwalt, one of the ugly ships, but it is stealth. DDG 1000, and then here I guess it's like a Fletcher class destroyer from World War II. In the back of the Zumwalt, it does have a Seahawk. Alright, so now let's go check out the large scale ships. So yeah, a bunch of these Iowa class battleships from many different eras, so it's just larger than the other one right there. So it does have, I guess, a lot more detail. It is very, very blue looking. And then in the modern day, they just turned it into just wooden decking like that. And then here we have CVN 71. This is I'm actually building the same exact one. This one's Theodore Roosevelt. This is a Nimitz class aircraft carrier. take a look at that. And he has all the little vehicles over here. And even got the decorations. And you can also walk in side of this like that, just like the real thing. That is a benefit of this skill. And let's see, is there like a doorway here? Maybe not. And the decking is actually textured, so if you look closely, they have like random spots everywhere. I don't know like how how planned that was, or you just did some kind of command. And here's what the back of the carrier looks like. All right, cool. And then here is the USS Montana, Hannah Montana. Not really, but yeah, these were actually planned as successors for the Iowa class battleship. Never actually built. So yeah, these are quite large. And here's another ship. This one's skinny next to it. All right, and then after that, I guess another Iowa class battleship. And then next to that, we have CV-63 USS Kitty Hawk, Cold War era aircraft carrier. So it does have some F-18 Hornets right there, the old Hornets. E-2 Hawkeye, I'm guessing. Oh, and the Tomcat. This is like the old fighter jet. It's really iconic in Top Gun. I wonder if like was Kitty Hawk in Top Gun? I don't really remember. But yeah, they have whatever squadron this is like red. And here's a look at the bridge. So behind the row, there's actually another row of ships, which I had no idea until I was taking the thumbnail picture. But yeah, here is the Russian section. So we have the Admiral Kuznetsov. This one is not really weathered at all. Got the Ka-27, the Su-33, and there is a MiG-29 back over here, folded up. And honestly, I don't know what this is, but it just looks a lot like the E-2 Hawkeye, but I guess Russian Navy, they have their own version. And there also is a Ka-52 right in there. Yep, a pretty nice build. It might actually be still in the works. I don't know, because I think in the other Admiral Kuznetsov builds, I see a lot more helipads. Or maybe it's possible this is an entirely different ship because look how wide the island is. So yeah, I don't know what ship this is. And then I guess here are some Slava class cruisers, very nicely detailed and heavily armed. And here's a look at the back. The helipad colors are different. And then we have this aircraft carrying cruiser, green flat top, and very nicely detailed as well. These ones have some more MiG-29s, and they have the back covers. They actually have covers where they have the red parts. That is interesting. Here's a look at all the folded up aircraft, and take a look on what it looks like on this side. And let's see if there's actually a hangar. Yes, there is. It is extremely basic. Random fire truck. And let me check the other one just in case if that's any different. Nope, that one's actually closed on both ends. All right, next up we have the Kirov class battle cruiser. So yeah, a lot of different variations in color and possibly radar and weaponry. They might be different, but I'll just show you what it looks like all around. And in the back part, you can see there's actually writing here. So let me see if I can actually read this. Is this even correct? Let me check the other side. It says Peter Vericki or something like that. Peter Vericki? I don't know what that is. Bro, this one also sounds like the same. Is it Peter the Great? I'm guessing. So these two might actually be the same ship. Maybe like later modifications to be Russian, and then this one's Soviet Union. And then next door we have another Admiral Kuznetsov looking build. So I think this one's actually the real Admiral Kuznetsov. The other ship, it looks too wide. So this one has all the proper details, like the helipad markings and everything. Very nice. And he also does do the stair effect, so the lines are a bit thinner in places. Very cool looking. And here's the elevator, or a lift as they say in Australia. Look at the lighting as well. And this is painted in this dark gray color. Alright, on the other side we have a couple more ships, and I don't know what exactly they are. But yeah, they're all really nicely detailed. And you can take a look at their decks. And I think all these powerful American ships, they all just look like USS Iowa. All right, so next up behind that, we have the People's Republic of China, I think. So these are the new Chinese aircraft carriers. I don't know if it actually exists or they're working on it or it's just still in blueprint plans. But yeah, they've been trying to make their own domestic aircraft carriers. First by buying from the Soviet or former Soviet Union, like Ukraine or something like that. So yeah, no aircraft so far, but it does have the markings. And this one's like kind of like your traditional, Nimitz, flat top style decking. Really cool. And here's a look at the back sections. All right, so next we're going to take a look at large scale, whatever that heck that says. So this is U.S. Navy planes. Yeah, World War II era. Not actually sure what this one is. He doesn't actually have a label, so yeah, I guess that's a good and a bad thing. The F-14s and F-16, and here's some smaller ones. Apparently, this is how you build planes on an angle. You just build it literally diagonally like this. All right, and then the other side, small scale builds. We got the V-22 Osprey, and I guess the Y, and this might be the YF-23. Yeah, all sorts of different aircraft he has. A lot of these are going to be Americans. I'm guessing like the whole thing is American. C-130, Hercules, lots of different versions of them. Let's see further on. Yeah, that appears to be it. Oh my god, he even has like that really fat one, the fat prototype, the Boeing X-32. This one's just a meme. And then here's like a seaplane. All right, so if we go down here, we have an LCAC with a lot of Humvees loaded up for the invasion. And there is a tank to the side of it. I don't know what this one is, like an M60 or something. Ooh, Abrams tank as well. And got the Sherman Firefly right there with the big gun and machine gun. All right, and then further along, like a Russian flag. So here are his Russian builds like Sukhoi. Yeah, pretty much they're all Sukhoi jets. And then here's the European Union section. So these French aircraft. And the other side, I don't know what these are doing here. Oh, they're from Finland, so yeah, F-16, F-18s. And back over here, we have this German Leopard 2 tank. And apparently this was supposed to be for the World War II submission, but he's never finished it. So let's see what exactly he's gonna show me. Like a American base from World War II. This looks really old school, like the Warner Brothers logo. There's some fuel tanks here, this runway, and there's going to be a cross runway. And there was going to be a hangar here, and there's a watchtower. So yeah, it was going to be, I guess, a massive base, but never completed. And he says, me, Ender, and Speed worked on this. So if you look at it from above, it does make that triangle shape.